Hello everyone and welcome to another cast of me casting my own games in the monthly tournament. And as my results so far has been pretty solid, especially thanks to the somewhat lucky win last week against Attack Power Gaming, we made it into the final round with 2 ties and 1 win, and our opponent is a high level player, one of the highest level you can be. Onord is the opponent, finalist of League Season 7. And if you want to feel like Onord, the transition, you can sign up for Season 8 now. And the rule set has changed a bit. It will be a bit shorter than previous seasons, as we condensed the group phase down to groups of 4 players, so that the group stage is a bit faster. If you're interested, you can find the information down below, and I hope to see you there. It's still the best level of matchmaking you can find with the 5 divisions. You will always face someone of similar skill level than you. So yeah, if you want to play Steel Division 1v1 in balanced matchups, League is the place to be. And you can feel a bit competitive at the same time. With that said, let's jump back into the game and let's talk about picks and bans and how we ended up on this first map. The maps we got are Sedlice, Ilomancy, Krupa, and Cell. The map banned by Onord was Cell, the best map out of those. And as I'm a grumpy grandpa, I was like, okay, I'm not completely toxic, so we don't play Krupa, but we will play Elo instead of Sedlice, which I think was his wish. But I didn't quite feel like Sedlice. It's a map I'm not super good on, and I thought if I get the good side on Elo, that might give me an advantage. If I get the bad side, I lose against Onord anyways. So yeah, let's pick Ilomancy and risk it a bit. And we got the good side. Spoiler alert. Onord picked allies. So we banned the classics mostly. We banned 26, 97th, 44th out of the Soviets, the top Soviet divisions. TAS was 45, and 2nd Indian had the 2 top American divisions. And then we banned Sil, because I felt like artillery might be pretty annoying on this map, and the infantry of them is also okayish on this map. We didn't ban DFL, and that's what Onord will end up picking, because DFL, I felt like with good air micro, I usually did beat DFL players lately. The infantry is good, yes, but with some German infantry you can't fight against it. His bans were 11th Nordland, which is an interesting pick, 4th Fallschirmjäger, 5th Gebirgsjäger, 20th Panzer, and 78th Sturm. 11th Nordland is a solid division, but I am not known for playing them, and I feel like it's more of a counter pick against a good player that is known for playing them than anything else. So I was really surprised by that. But the rest is relatively standard. 20th Panzer on this map also makes sense. And we ended up picking 28th Jäger again. It was between 10th Jäger and 4th Alpina. I decided for 28th Jäger. And so we ended up in this game that you see now in front of you. And as you can see, Onord is coming in with some memes. And the FFI partisans with Panzerfausts interactions coming our way. Meanwhile, we have a couple of stews for the long ranges on this map, and a couple of Stuks coming in as well. M3 howitzers and M10 tank destroyers on the other side. Wolf here coming in to spot it. As you can see, 7 of these annoying units coming in the north for the meme rush. I luckily had the Wolf to spot that, so I was like, yep. Like I expected it somewhat. We got the Wolf to confirm it. Confirmed it here. And was like, okay, yeah, let's be a bit more careful. There's a couple of partisans coming in down in the south as well. One rushing us over here. Went pretty deep. But passed by our other units. Over here, we killed them off. Over here, we unloaded in time to deal with it. Over here, we will lose the Sturmjägers, I think, to it. As our MG is engaging this unit. Meanwhile, over here, he's tried to go deep. My Sturmjägers here forced him to unload at least, mostly. Stu shooting at the partisans. Not getting the kill. Partisans got actually in there. Pretty annoying. And at the meantime, MG42 engage the Legionnaires over here. Stu in the middle with 2000 meter range, really helpful from the rear. Partisans running around here. Omegers trying to engage them, trying to finish them off. But the forces over here started the counter push, as there had been only a couple of infantry left behind this formation for Onord. But Onord got up to a 59, now rushed my MG42 down here. Stu trying to help out from the rear. And obviously does good, solid damage there. Partisans coming up over here. Rare risky business, but I realized it in time. Trying to disengage with the Stu there, so that I don't get rushed with those. Jägers coming in to block these Partisans, hopefully in time. Luck 38 also helping out, and got the kill. Partisans over here getting pushed back as well. So Onord's rush with these Partisans so far not doing much. But obviously got a bit of territory, especially up top. In the center, also got pushed back a bit here. Legionnaires coming in. Got in here with my double flamethrowers. The fire getting forced back by the flak. Stu one-shots the tank destroyer. Now retreating. Stu's heat shells have 10 damage, so if they hit, they do really good damage. And they also are heat shells, so they don't drop off. Meanwhile, the Stu over here gets a bit close. And the Partisans that I thought I killed, but I didn't, actually make it on top of my Stu. And will get the kill, which was pretty annoying because the Stu is an important part of the strategy on this map for me. So losing it to Partisan actually made the Partisan nearly fully pay off all of his meme rush. Jägers now will kill them off, but losing the Stu there, pretty painful. Now, after I've killed one tank destroyer, I thought, okay, maybe let's do it again. But I missed, and his M10 now will get another shot off, and we'll get this kill on the Stu. Was this big mistake by me. Stoke 3G was on the way. I should have just waited for that and fought the M10 with that. And kept the Stu around for infantry support, because in that regard it did a pretty good job. It's my best 2000 meter range fire support. Meanwhile up north, the flamethrowers were a bit mismicroed, just ran over the open into the Legionnaire fires. Stoke over here also not helping out yet. Big mistake. Like, I should have had a bit better eye on this micro. But Onord kept up inflicting casualties all around the map on me, so I was busy everywhere. Omegers here trying to deal with the Legionnaires. Meanwhile, Hellcats coming in to bomb my Jägers over here, which is pretty annoying. Hellcat with the two 450 kilogram bombs obviously do a lot of damage, killing off 11 Jägers there with that hit. Meanwhile, M8 here doesn't have anything to counter it, as I don't have any good AT down here. Wolf does retreat. Stormjägers moving in over here after the bombing run onto this infantry, trying to kill off the retreating infantry. Stormjäger over here trying to secure position as well, but I've got pushed quite heavily here. The Partisans and so on helping Onord a good bit. Meanwhile, more Legionnaires coming in. Legionnaires versus Stormjägers, engaging in the north. On this distance, the Stormjägers will win. Onord realizes that. Retreat micro really the one big thing that separates the top level from the higher level, like players like me. Like, my retreat micro is not that good, especially compared to guys like Onord and Gonzo. Gonzo's retreat level maybe even one more level above Onord. Like, I think that's the one big reason for Gonzo's supremacy is retreat micro. It's really good, and retreat still has a bit of the, yeah, could use a nerf. It's still a bit too powerful. The Legionnaires over here not getting instantly annihilated was a bit sad that we didn't kill them in transport. But Stormjäger still holding the line, but as you see, another retreat, and once they start falling back, they don't take that much damage anymore. A bit too little damage in my eyes. Like, I like the retreat mechanic, I like that there's a damage modifier on it, but the damage modifier is maybe a bit too high at the moment. Wolf coming in to hunt down the Seafire, but it's a recon Wolf with only 7mm. 20mm will try to help out. But Hellfires and so on are around as well, so I have to micro here. And air micro is trying to kick in. More Seafires arrive. Trying to push them back here. Sturmjäger's capturing a flag, keeping it at a 12-12 for now. But I'm still under heavy pressure in the center. M3 howitzers moving forward, Bofors moving forward. Meanwhile, Stug coming in for the south as my forces here have been annihilated. Pak 38 is around, but as you can see, my center is not in a good position at the moment. So the north is going better. Sturmjägers versus Legionnaires. Legionnaires get their TNT off though, so they deal really good damage there. Wildcat coming in, being pushed back by the Flak 38. Fokker Wolf comes in as well. Meanwhile, Bofors will hit the Fokker Wolf. So my air units have to stay back for now. And yeah, that was my big hope, that with my air micro I could beat Onord. Because obviously the air force of DFL, if you beat that, you take a big advantage away from DFL. M10 tank destroyer beats my Stug here though, which is pretty annoying. Meanwhile, Fokker Wolf with its 50 kilogram bombs trying to kill the Legionnaires. Doesn't find them though. And so they survive there. But the 50 kilogram bombs reload pretty quickly, so it's not a bad thing. Like, yeah, obviously getting the kill there on the Legionnaires would have been good. Especially now as they will throw another TNT on the Jaegers. TNT satchel charges. Really strong in the game currently. Yeah, Jaegers eliminate them, but TNT still flies, so Jaegers get killed off at the same time as well. M8 here doesn't get hit by Panzerfaust. And now gets microed back. Bit unlucky there by me, as Onord sets up a counterattack on this position. M8 with its 50 cal pushing my units back. Fokker Wolf coming in for a strafing run on these Legionnaires. Kill them off before they can cross the open. Jaegers here under fire by the M10 and the AM8. Martyrs trying to come in to deal with them. Well, it's the AM8 in the center. And the tank destroyer hold the long ranges. M3 howitzer trying to help out as well. Now under fire by the Stug. Imagine this would be a stew. The M3 would die way quicker. Like, really, losing the stew in the center was super annoying at this stage of the game. But we stabilized for 12-12 again. So, hope was there. Only thing needed now was winning the air war. And then I could come back here. Like, that was the idea. Obviously, yeah, on the ground, still in a mediocre position. And losing the AA that I had, the 20mm in the center, was kind of annoying. Fokker Wolf coming around, bombing the M10 down here. Maybe dealing a bit of damage, so it doesn't need as many penetrations to kill them. And also putting a bit of stress, so it has to have less accuracy. Enemy though brings in an AT gun. Sturmjägers trying to kill off the MG here. Finally do so. But the M3 stops them from getting anywhere. Martyr comes around. Good reaction by Onord though. Onord's micro on the ground, always good. Bimp trying to rush my Stug, but my micro not that shabby here either. Disengaging in time before the Bimp can hit me with its bazooka. So in the north, my Jaegers are now getting overwhelmed. Reinforcements coming in the form of some Sturmjägers, but against Legionnaires in the deep forest, that's obviously not ideal. Bimp here getting pushed back though. 13-11 for Onord still, but as you can see, I didn't lose too many points so far as we go into B phase. So that part is not too relevant. It's more about who can win the air war and can I stop myself from fully collapsing on the ground till then, if I can win the air war. Fokker Wolf now coming in, trying to hunt down the Seafire. Meanwhile, Martyrs engaging the M10. Fokker Wolf though goes too deep, goes way too deep, and Wildcat will get behind it. And this is an annoying loss that I shouldn't have taken. Meanwhile, Martyrs will try to kill off the M10, will get the kill, but P47 will finish them off together with the M1 gun here. And losing another Fokker Wolf here was really bad. At least trying to get the P47 here killed as the Flak 43 unloaded. But Focke-Wulf's not the most agile plane. Not able to follow there, which is really, really bad. Once another Hellcat deals damage in over here. Flak 43 trying to get the kill on the P-47. P-47 takes good damage, but it's only 1-star, not 2-star or 3-star Flak 43. And now also the Seafire comes in and tries to kill my Focke-Wulf. Luckily my Focke-Wulf can break away, but I don't get any air kills here, and this is obviously not good. As I just said, air war was my plan to victory here. Flak 43 plus Focke-Wulfs trying to beat the enemy with that, as the Flak 43s are really helpful. But my Flak 43 came in too late. I took the air engagement in the south too early. I was really stressed out on busy on the ground, as Onord keeps you constantly busy, so my air micro was not immaculate, and with that I was under a lot of pressure. In the meantime, Onord also setting up a good push in the north, was keeping me busy in the air, and this push overran my position there as well, putting me under a lot of pressure. M1 gun here, able to shoot down the road. If you can get into this position, obviously it's super nice to get you back out of there. Like, getting good line of sight on this, takes forever. These swamps are really annoying that are around everywhere on your side. So obviously the enemy also is not supposed to get here. Losing another Jäger in transport, Stuk moving in. The amount of armored vehicles I lost here at this stage was really bad. Another Stuk moving in the north. The other Stuk before here got killed. Sturmjäger moving around. These Sturmjägers being pushed back. Legionnaires and Command Legionnaires coming in as well. Obviously in CQC against the Legionnaires I will struggle. Jäger versus Legion over here. Should be able to get the kill. Whilst my Stuk tries to help out against the Legionnaires over here. Marauder comes in with its 900 kilogram bombs. Jägers try to dodge it and do so halfway, but the MG42 goes down. Meanwhile, Marauder over here gets pushed back. IG-33 trying to come in, trying to get into a good spot to shoot over here. Well, it's the 1410 for Onord is ticking. Still only a 1 tick, so if I somehow manage to stabilize the ground in the center maybe and do a counter push, there is maybe hope, but it's obviously not in a good spot right now. And here I wanted to buy a normal off-map, and I somehow ended up buying the off-map plane, which was not a good idea because I didn't have the fighters to protect it. Flak 43 came in too late as well, so this is a bit doomed. It was a bit of a misclick panic buy. At least the Stuk able to beat the M1, but P-47 with 400 kilogram bombs coming around again, and my Stuk doesn't like that damage. And then it also at the same pass kills off my AAPs, so 180 points down the drain there with that P-47. Really not going this well this game right now. And Onord showing why he is the league finalist and not me. Stuk 3G moving forward. I tried to keep on moving with Jägers and Sturmjägers over here, whilst the Legionnaire is moving the other direction. Focke-Wulf trying to help out, but the Bofors now around here as well, and I just don't have the amounts of air units I needed to help out there. Losing the Focke-Wulfs was really painful. M10 also beating my Stuk non-stop, felt really painful. I got them a bit too close, my Stuks always, so that the M10s got secure penetrations. And one of the few matchups where Stuks ain't great, I think. The M10s versus Stuk. There, you rather want to have Panzer Force or so, because they penetrate each other anyways. But yeah, against other medium tanks, Stuks are pretty helpful because they get bounced on pretty often. M10s, not so much. And they also have the 1750 meter range instead of the only 1500 meter range of a Sherman or a T-34. So yeah, something I didn't really thought about beforehand. That's why I just brought out so many normal Stuks. Maybe should have gone with more IG plus anti-tank guns instead of buying Stuks. Bimp over here, getting hit. But my units are caught out in the open. More units trying to move in over here. 2 M10s versus Stuk. I mean, it's 2-star veterancy Stuk, so I expected them to do somewhat well, but they also maybe I also was a bit unlucky in RNG so far, but it's really not looking hot here. 14-10 now for Onord. Wildcats flying around, Seafire chilling in the south. 38 trying to move forward, deal with some of this stuff. M10 moving around a bit. IG33 now, together with off-map, was the idea of maybe beating back the stuff in the center, because there's not that much. With a good off-map that maybe kills the Bofors or so, there might be hope. Look, moving forward as well. IG33 coming in there too. Domega's down here trying to help out, but M3 howitzer is there. And it will shoot at my Sturmjäger before it can kill off the artilleers, so it has to retreat. Hellcat also coming in to finish them off. 17-7 now for Onord, as the push in the south, the center, and the north is going well. Pak 40 is coming in, trying to keep the M10s at bay. I should have brought them in way earlier, as I said. Like, I think Pak 40 plus IG plus AA was the way to victory, and then trying to play air. Stooks really didn't pay off at all. Like, the Stews were fine. If I would have microed them better, it could have been amazing, but the Stooks themselves against the M10s. I expected more Shermans, less M10s, but I guess Onord knew what was good against my 4 units. And yeah, used that well so far. 17-7. And yeah, this is becoming pretty unsolvable, as my infantry in the north also got wiped out once more. Got into too many bad position fights. Really, positioning plus retreat is the thing that Onord and the other top level players are just outclassing me big time. And so I have to beat them with something else than infantry. And I tried to do too much infantry and medium tank action this game. But I just can't allow myself to go into infantry fights, I guess, against these guys. Something that I learned from this game once more. But the Panzerjägers move around here. No, not really showing some immaculate micro with DFL. Legionnaires pushing me back here. Artilleers coming in. M3 positioning here. Pretty nasty as well. Pokervolt now trying to beat these back, but the 17-7 obviously is rough. 8 minutes on the clock. IG33 trying to help out over here. We'll get another kill with the Pak 38 at least. But the 2 Bofors are still around. My off-map was not on point. Over here my infantry has been wiped out. More infantry coming in together with Panzerjäger. But yeah, the Stuart plus M10 combo, pretty good. Really pretty good. Pak 38 here. Bit out of position obviously. Pak 40 over here now getting overwhelmed as well, as the Jägers have been killed. And the Pak 40 was not around to finish off the M10s. And now the Pak 40 will get into engagement that it won't like. Good push there by Onord. Always on top of it. Like, the micro level is just quite superior. Next off map coming in. Might hit something. We'll see, but this was really my last hope. I got the M3 howitzer. Second one in engagement with Stug. And Bofors here under fire. Bofors over here not dying. Like, a good push back in the center. And maybe breaking this position here was what I tried to do with the Flak 43s, the IGs. Just trying to beat them back. But so far, not any kills on the P-47s. Marauder at least not being able to drop its bomb and also running into the Focke-Wulf, so that one will go down at least. But the north is still in shambles. Panzerjägers at least got the kill onto the small little Stuart, but these units up here being in an annoying spot. M10 not getting hit. Good retreat micro there by Onord once more. So it was all about breaking the middle. Stug versus M10 here. Stug gets the penetration, M10 gets the penetration. 2 Cybertwin C Stug versus 1 Cybertwin C M10. But I miss, and he gets the kill. Unlucky there. This time my Stug should really have won, but it didn't. So, yeah. Pak 38 comes around, but I needed the Stug here to achieve anything in the center. I needed a mobile action, and with my north collapsing and my south collapsing, and no successes in the center that allowed me to make any plays. This game was basically over at this point. Like, it was close to over the whole for a while now, but this was the nail in the coffin. And Stuck's now trying to come in, more units trying to run in over here. But M3 Howitzer from the rear also helping out. As I said, if I would have killed off the Bofors, kept my flags alive, and pushed on with Stuck, like if the offensive would have killed the Bofors, the center would have been playable again, with some air support and the Flak 43s to keep me winning air fights. But that didn't happen. The two Bofors still alive. So obviously it would still have been a tall order to leverage this into, like, then also securing the flanks again. Like, this would have been by no ways easy, but without it, with the Bofors still alive, with me not having a Stoke here anymore, and not enough forces to push forward with, this game was over because, yeah, maybe I couldn't even slow push this still, but I didn't have the time. And Hellcats came in time and again to remind me of that. Killing off another IG-33. Losing the air war really was not allowed to happen in this game if I would wanted to have any chance against Onord. I knew it from the get-go. Like, this was the plan. I failed the plan. And Onord just did beat me on the ground. Because Onord plus DFL infantry still really strong. Jäger infantry, not that much worse, but I'm just not that good in infantry micro, as I said. And also missed out on bringing my Jäger Pioneers, which I should really have put in my deck for this game. Deck was not as great as I only had Sturmjägers and normal Jägers. Should have changed out a couple of Sturmjägers for the Pioneers. And here goes the surrender. So, yeah, pretty good educational game of how to destroy me. And really well played by Onord. Annoying cheese at the beginning, but in general just immaculate micro on all ends. Just showing me the ropes and showing you how to play these divisions or how to not play some stuff. And maybe don't just rely on your air micro, because once that goes south, everything goes south. Yeah, but there will be one more game against Onord, and that game will be way better from me. So you should be checking that out when it comes up tomorrow. And yeah, let me know down below what you thought about 28th Jäger pick, what you would have picked out after the bans maybe against DFL, and see you all next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.